Find the limit of polynomial functions. Let us get the limit of 3x squared minus 4x plus 5 as x approaches 3. So when our function is a polynomial function and x is approaching a real number, all we have to do is evaluate the function when x is equal to 3. So the limit of our function as x approaches 3 is equal to 20. Let us get the limit of 3x squared minus 2 times x squared plus 5x minus 1 as x approaches to negative 2. I chose x to approach negative 2, a negative number, because that is the sort of thing that can add an extra layer of difficulty in your computations. So you must pay attention to the negative sign. It is a negative number. And you must also pay attention to the laws of exponents and to the operations involved in each term. So pay attention to the laws of exponents. This is negative 8 times 3, that is negative 24. And this one is positive 4 times 2, that is 8. Okay, so minus 8. And then this one is minus 10 minus 1. So what is this equal to? This one is equal to negative 32, negative 42, minus 1 is negative 43. Now pay attention to how I am writing my solution. Your teachers want to see a clean and organized solution. And the organization of your solution should go this way. You should begin from the left. You go to the right and then top to bottom. And when you have no more space left at the bottom, you begin at the second column and then again from left to right and top to bottom. What is the limit of 1 minus x plus x squared minus 5x cubed as x approaches infinity? X is approaching infinity. And you know what we do here? We pay attention to the leading term, because the leading term is the dominant term, and that is the term that will define the direction and behavior of your function as x approaches infinity. So this one is equal to negative infinity. X cubed as x approaches infinity is infinity times negative 5 is negative infinity. I will open GeoGebra and I will produce a graph for this function. Let us verify. that indeed the limit of our function as x approaches infinity is negative infinity. F of x is equal to 1 minus x plus x squared minus 5x cubed. And as x approaches infinity, look at that, your function goes to negative infinity. Okay? It decreases without bound. Get the limit of 3x squared minus 15x plus 5 as x approaches 1/3. It's a fraction. Most students, they detest a fraction, especially when evaluating polynomial functions when x is a fraction. So what is f of 1/3? Okay, so we will apply your laws of exponents here. This becomes 3 squared. 3 divided by 3 squared. We are left with 1/3. This one, 15 times 1/3, that is the same as 15. 15 divided by 3. And that is 5. This one is 5. The limit of a constant term is the constant. It's 5. And so this is equal to 1/3. Get the limit of 8 times x cubed minus 2 times x squared plus 5 times x as x approaches negative 1.5. So negative 1.5, okay, that is just negative 3/2. So we can get the limit of this without using a calculator. So we will work with fractions here. So 1/2 cube is 1/8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. So we are left with negative 27. Again, pay attention to your law of signs. Look at that. This one is 3/2 raised to 2. So that becomes 9/2 squared. 2 divided by 2 squared is 1/2. So we are left here with a 9/2. And then this one becomes minus 5 times 3 is 15. 15/2. Okay? So what I do when I see something like this is I first simplify these two fractions. So that is just minus 24/2. That is negative 54. Okay, so 2 times negative 27 is negative 54 minus 24. What is this equal to? Negative 78 divided by 2, and that is equal to negative 39. Find the limit of x minus 1 times 4 minus x times x. What we do first is we simplify this function so that we arrive at a cubic function. So this is a third-degree polynomial function. Look at that. This is a third-degree polynomial function. So what is this equal to? Okay, so let us simplify this first. Okay, we combine similar terms. 4x plus x, that is 5x. But this one is negative x squared. So let us write the leading term first. Negative x squared plus 5x minus 4 and then times x. What is that equal to? So that is going to be negative x cubed plus 5x squared minus 4 times x. So the limit of our function as x approaches negative infinity is just equal to the limit of the leading term, negative x cubed, as x approaches negative infinity. And what is that equal to? Okay, so the limit of x cubed as x approaches negative infinity is negative infinity. And negative of negative infinity is just infinity. So I will open GeoGebra and produce a graph for this function. Let us verify that indeed as x approaches negative infinity, our function goes to infinity. As x approaches negative infinity, our function goes to positive infinity. It increases without bound.